If you've ever been on an African safari, chances are you've spotted a Thomson's gazelle. They're usually in large herds, their slender frames moving gracefully across the grasslands. What makes them especially easy to recognize is the bold black stripe that runs along their sides, contrasting beautifully against their tan backs and white bellies. Above their eyes, a white line brightens their face, while their curved horns, seen in both males and females, give them an elegant, sculpted look. But why are they called Thomson's gazelle? The answer takes us back to the mid-19th century, when a Scottish explorer and naturalist named Joseph Thomson ventured into the plains of East Africa. He wasn't a hunter, but a man fascinated by landscapes, wildlife, and cultures. As he documented the animals he encountered, one particular antelope caught his attention. Graceful, swift, and resilient, this gazelle would eventually carry his name, forever linking it to his explorations. But this story goes far beyond just their name. Thomson's gazelle are among the fastest animals on Earth, able to run up to 60 kilometers per hour. They don't just run in straight lines. Instead, they sprint in zigzag motion, darting sharply left and right to confuse their predators. And then there's their dramatic behavior known as strutting or pronking. This is when they leap high into the air with stiff legs, demonstrating their strength, agility, and alertness to predators, as if to say, "I'm too healthy and quick to be worth the chase." That being said, life on the savanna is not only about avoiding predators, it's also about survival in harsh climates, and Thomson's gazelles have been able to demonstrate this. They feed primarily on short grasses, often grazing alongside wild beasts and zebras. These large grazers clear tall vegetation, making it easy for them to access the tender shoots that they primarily feed on. They're also well adapted to dry weather conditions, as they obtain most of their water from the plants they feed on, allowing them to thrive on dry climate. Their social structure adds another layer of fascination. During the wet season, when food is plentiful, they gather in massive herds, sometimes numbering thousands. These gatherings not only provide safety in numbers, but also create some of the most breathtaking spectacles of the African plains. Males, known as bucks, establish territories, often marked by scent from their preorbital glands near the eyes. They'll fiercely defend these areas, not only to secure grazing land, but also to attract females. Females, in turn, roam between territories, forming nursery groups where the young ones can be watched over collectively. The tiny fawns are especially vulnerable, so mothers hide them in tall grass for the first few weeks of life, visiting only briefly to nurse before leaving them concealed again.